Good morning, Colorado. Welcome to Tuesday edition of Local Biz Buzz. I'm your host, Larry Hers, and today in studio I have Patrick from the Oil Barn.
What's up, Larry? How are you, man?
I'm ready to get edumacated.
Edumacated?
Yeah.
I got you. All right, man.
Give me 1 second. First, we got to say a word from our sponsor.
Oh.
We got a sponsor, which allows us to do these shows for free.
Sponsors are good.
Sponsors are good. Our sponsor is Grip Places. It's an exciting new app. You can download on either Google or Apple. And what it does is they put cameras in restaurants so you can check out the vibe of the restaurant instead of just relying on the star rating from Google or Yelp. I keep butchering relying for some reason every single day.
It's a tough word.
I don't know why it is. Relying. So check out the app. Check out the vibes of restaurants.
I will.
Give me a little history of the Oil Barn.
Yeah, totally, man. All right. So, if you had to guess, Larry, of all of the fresh water that's used in Colorado, right? Because we send a lot to Arizona and California.
Yeah.
Of all the fresh water that's used here, what percentage is used in agriculture?
Just in Colorado?
Yep.
50%?
50?
Audience? Studio audience?
86.7%
That's a
of
lot.
all of the fresh water
That's
in
a
the
lot
state
of
of
water.
Colorado is actually used in agriculture, right? And so I tell people all the time, it's like, this conversation shouldn't be about, hey, who takes the shortest shower? It's like, no, it's like, what are we growing in Colorado? That's the real question. So we started growing safflower. Have you ever heard of safflower before?
I mean, just booking you for this show.
Very recently. So this is a safflower plant actually right here. Be super careful. It's real pokey. I'm not liable for anything that happens to you on your own show, Larry. And so you can see we grow this. This is right out of our field in Loveland, Colorado.
Okay.
So we got 13 acres up there where we're growing our first year of seed. And so we'll harvest this crop. We'll come through and we'll cut it off with the combine, and then we'll harvest it all. We'll get these seeds, and then we'll use it next year to plant all of our crops here in Colorado. So safflower, what's really cool about it, right, is that it's drought tolerant. You know, you ever seen thistles when you're out on like a walk in a public park or something like that? They'll grow in your dog kennel without any water at all.
Okay.
So they're in the sunflower family and then the thistle genus. You can tell, Larry, if you look at some of these seeds here, the holes kind of look like they're very like sunflower-esque, right? Not quite the same color, but the cooking oil that it makes is really awesome. It truly is. So you've never cooked with safflower oil, is that what you're saying?
No.
See,
Do they make sunflower oil?
No, they make safflower oil.
No, but I'm saying, is there such a thing?
Is there? Yeah, oh yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. Yep, yeah. So sunflower is a great crop for Colorado, in my opinion, as well. But so is safflower. Both of them are very drought-tolerant crops, right?
Okay.
And so I used to be a corn farmer. I did soil and crop sciences at CSU, and we just were like, so in August of 2019, the electricity bill on the farm I was working at was $19,000 for a single month.
That sounds like a lot.
Yeah, it's a ton of water, right? We back calculated, we used in like 4 months of irrigation as much water as a city of 10,000 people, right? We're like, oh my God, like we got to figure out different crops that we can grow here. So for every 3 acres we take out of something like alfalfa, potatoes, corn, stuff like that, that's grown ubiquitously here in Colorado and put into irrigated safflower, we save 1 million gallons of fresh water in 3 acres. It's enough water for 8 households for their entire year's worth of water consumption.
Okay.
In 3 acres. So that's kind of what this came out of, right? Is we were growing corn, we're like, hey, we need to figure out something else. So water consumption is pretty awesome with the crop, but also it makes a really nice cooking oil. What do you use oil for most of the time in your own house, Larry?
What do I? Sauteing, making pasta.
Yep.
Little olive oil and garlic.
Yeah, yep, totally. So all that stuff is really great. I like to say that like 90% of people cook with olive oil 100% of the time. It's just such a common oil. I mean, it's been marketed like crazy.
Yeah, it's supposed to be the healthiest thing in the world.
Right, exactly. So what's really nice about safflower, there's 2 different types of safflower that are commonly grown in the United States. So there's hi-oleic and hi-linoleic, right? So hi-linoleic is a polyunsaturated fatty acid. I don't want to get too far down the scientific hole here. Yeah, no, you're good.
Use smaller words.
Right, yeah. So essentially though, linoleic acid is a polyunsaturated fat, right? We have a ton of that in soybean oil, corn oil, cottonseed oil. right? So we chose to do the hi-oleic, which is a monounsaturated fatty acid. So safflower, actually, sorry audience, has the exact same, even in a greater proportion of those monounsaturated fatty acids, which are much healthier for you. And they're found in things like olive oil, right? So safflower is just as healthy for you if you're looking at the chemical structure as olive oil, but it's a much more neutral flavor, right? So there's certain times when you're cooking, right, that you don't want that flavor of olive oil. Like, do you fry your tortillas in olive oil?
I don't fry my tortillas, but if I did, I probably wouldn't use olive oil.
Okay.
No,
All right.
I wouldn't.
Fair enough.
I wouldn't waste something expensive like that just
Yeah.
for frying tortillas.
Right, exactly. Well,
Is this more expensive than olive oil?
It kind of depends. I mean, the olive oil industry, I mean, if you
Sure,
look like at the grocery shelf,
yeah.
I mean, you can see, and there's something weird that, like, to be considered olive oil, like, it only has to be like 40 or 60% olive oil, and then they can cut it with canola or soy or whatever else and still label it as olive oil. I don't understand how that works. But anyways, we're here. So it's a much healthier oil for you, but it has the second highest smoke point of any oil, if you're familiar with that term. So avocado is the highest, right? It's like 520 according to Wikipedia. Safflower is 510 degrees.
Awesome.
So I tell people, I'm like, hey, for that 2% difference in like smoke point, I mean, you're talking about 1 million gallons less water per acre than avocados. Avocados use a ton of water in California to grow. So I think as a conscious consumer and as a chef, somebody like that can use an oil here that's locally grown, that's an awesome option for you. So we do this. We do a lot of local farmers markets around. These are our tin packs. Oh, okay, yeah. Well, yeah, because Peter and Margot came in from City Park Farmers Market. Yeah, no, she's awesome, man. So they've been great, and it's been really fun attending their market. So these are our little tin packs that we have that we're selling there. They're really great for like camping and stuff like that, because you can't bring glass into like state parks and whatnot. So we started doing, and the cap pulls out. It's really nice that I can like show a lot of people this, because they're like, oh my god, they like keep it pushed in like that, and they're like, it pours like crap, and I'm like, send me a video, and they're like dribbling it all over. I'm like, well, the top pulls out, you gotta fix the stupid part. They're like, what? I'm like, you.
Sure, I love that.
Yeah, right. Yeah, no, that's my friends most of the time. So you can see actually, so we cold press all of our oil. It's almost a little bit better when it's more dense. I mean, the color of the oil is extremely gold, and that's actually from the vitamin E that's retained in the oil. If you've ever seen like a vitamin E pill at the store before, they're super yellow.
So what are the nutritional benefits of safflower oil?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's exactly the same as olive oil, essentially. So
good for cholesterol.
Yep, exactly. I forget. I always mix up LDL and HDL.
Yeah, me too.
Which one's got to go? I don't have to worry about that yet. So,
but it's good it's good wherever you want it to be.
Yeah.
And it has vitamin
E. Yep. It's a great source of vitamin E.
Low
and a
calorie?
very high smoke point. No, not low calorie. Most fats are all 9 kilocalories per gram or whatever.
But it's got, like they talk about olive oil, has the good fat.
Yes.
This has the good fat.
Whoever's labeling good, yes. Yeah, it's a good fat. I think it really is a nice oil. So.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think, environmentally friendly, very neutral flavor, much healthier for you, but you can use it in a variety of applications. I make mayonnaise at home. I was terrible at making emulsions for like a really long time. And I finally started using a stand mixer, and I was like, oh my God. You're probably like, what the hell were you using before that?
You just whisk.
Yeah, whisking it. Yeah, it was miserable. It was so
that's
bad
hard to do.
Yeah, it was really difficult. So it makes a beautiful mayonnaise if you can get like a farm fresh yolk that's like deep golden colored. Mix it, and it makes a beautiful mayonnaise. So
where can you buy your oils?
Yeah, absolutely. So we're at a few farmers markets around town, mostly kind of more in the northern Colorado area by Fort Collins. And then
are you regularly at City Park?
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
We're regularly at City Park.
What day?
It's Saturday mornings
8
from
to
8 to
1.
1. Yep. At the Denver East High School.
Yeah, right on Colfax.
Yep.
It's a great farmers market. If you haven't been to City Park Farmers Market,
it's really awesome. It's been such a blast to attend.
Everybody's friendly there too. They're all like a family.
Yeah. No, it's really fun.
Neat.
And like I always get like a bonfire breakfast burrito when I'm over there too. And
that's legit. You want to eat everything there. There's so much good food there.
Oh yeah, no, they've done an awesome job, and they're really tuned in, I think, with kind of the younger generation and
let's talk
what
price.
they're looking for. So,
what would you charge for something like this?
Yeah, so retail, this is $15. That'll probably last you if you're using it pretty consistently. Probably like about a month or so. Depends on how much you're using.
Sure.
Um,
And do you sell it in this size as well? Or is that
we do.
just commercial?
Yeah. So this is our gallon pack. So a gallon of safflower oil weighs 7.6 pounds. 500 milliliters is exactly a pound of oil. So you can fill, these are $40, but you can fill one of these. So this is 7.6 of these for a fraction of the cost, really. Once people try and use these and start using it, I'm like, hey, just get this. It's a 2-year shelf life on the product as well. So I'm like, toss in your pantry.
Any
It's
other
not gonna
place to
go
buy
bad.
it besides farmers markets?
Yeah, so it's the oilbarn.com is a great spot to go to. We ship. I actually worked with the U.S. Postal Service and got a perfect little shoebox. I repurposed like 750 milliliter like cork wine packages that hold them and just right in there with a little bit of paper, and they ship great. Very efficient too. So we're there. A couple grocery stores. We'd love to get more restaurants on board too. They do much more volume than we're going to do in our own homes, and that really is going to allow us to expand our acreage and plant more safflower.
But for
and save
restaurants,
more
they'd have to
water.
at this point buy direct from you. They're
Yes.
not with any distributor.
We do Altamira
Yeah,
Foods.
They're big enough.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. And they go into the mountain range too, Telluride Vale and whatnot. So we're out here, Yeah, it's, take a shoot. Take a shooter, man.
Shots! I was gonna dip my finger in it.
Go
Anything-
ahead.
Are you dying on me? Do you need a
No.
shot?
Yeah, man. I'll get some water afterwards. But no, try it if you want. It's very neutral flavored, so
Okay.
it's not gonna taste like anything. But
Patrick, thank you for coming in.
Larry, thanks for having me.
Pleasure to meet you.
Yeah, really appreciate you. Thank you, guys. Check us
Healthy,
out.
healthy oil. Come on, support
Yeah.
Colorado.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna give that a try.
The only organic and cold pressed cooking oil company in the state.
There you go.
Should have.
We'll see you at 11:30 for What's for Lunch. We have Guadalajara Mexican restaurant coming in. Let's eat. Yeah, very neutral.
Yeah, no,
Like-
super neutral. I tell people, I'm like, once you put in like garlic or like cracked pepper with it, it's pretty much gonna disappear. Can I get water from you, though, man?
No.